Hello everyone, let us start our next exercise, exercise 2.2 NCERT class 9. And before we start our next exercise, we need to understand a concept, that is zeros of the polynomials. Okay, now what is zeros of the polynomial? It is actually the value of let's say x is the variable, then the value of the x in the polynomial, let's say x plus 2. So what value of x will make the value of this whole polynomial to be 0? We need the value of this whole polynomial to be 0. Okay, so what do we have to put the value of x? That would be minus 2, right? So if we put x equal to minus 2, then this value of this whole polynomial will become 0. Yes, so x equal to minus 2 is the 0 of this polynomial. Okay, this have one more name, that is roots of polynomial. Roots of polynomial or zeros of the polynomial, they are the same thing, in which the value of that x, when we put it in the polynomial, we find the whole polynomial to become 0. Okay, so there are a lot of methods to find the 0 of the polynomial depending on what is the kind of polynomial. So we will be learning in this chapter those methods. Okay, let us start the first question, in which a polynomial is given. This is represented as p of x. P of x means polynomial of variable x, which is given on the question, and we need to find the value of this polynomial at x equal to 3 different points. Let's say I will be taking the third point, that is minus 2. Okay, so what do we have to do here? We need to find the polynomial, the value of polynomial at x equal to minus 2. Okay, so actually what they are asking, that you need to put minus 2 in place of x, like I have put here. You have to put in every x, in the place of every x we need to prove minus 2. Okay, so this will when we replace x with minus 2, we get this, and by solving it we get this, and I hope you are getting the calculation part here. And further solving, what we have got is minus 23. Okay, students, listen to me very carefully. I have taken x equal to minus 2. Okay, and there was no such question in the question part, so let me make it fourth part, which will be an extra part. Okay, so this is the way you can solve for first part, that is x equal to 0, second part, that is x equal to minus 1, and the third part, that is x equal to 2 actually. So we actually needed to put 2 here, but I have put minus 2. It is the same thing. You just have to understand the method here. Okay, the answer will be different, of course. Again, for the next question, we have the same situation, in which equations are given and we need to put 0, 1 and 2 in those equations and find the value for that. Okay, let me take the second equation, in which p of t is given. That means polynomial of t is given, and we need to find p of 0. Okay, that means we need to put the value of t to be 0, like this. It is very easy, and the answer will be, of course, 2. Okay, now again we need to prove, we need to find p of 1, that is t should be equal to 1, and by putting t equal to 1 we get this, and by further solving we get the value to be 4. Okay, now again we need to find p of 2. That means we need to put the value of t to be 2. That means this is what we get, and by further solving we get the answer to be 4. I hope you have understood the calculation part. You have any doubt, please ask me on the comment section. Now let's try one more question. In question number 2, that is the fourth part I have taken, in which the p of x is given as x minus 1, x plus 1. Okay, and we need to find x equal to, at x equal to 0, that is minus 1 into minus 1 into plus 1, that is minus 1. Okay, and next is p of 1, in which we have this 1 minus 1, that is 0, so the answer will be 0 only. And the next part is p of 2, in which the x will be taken as 2, and what do we find here is the final answer. Okay, So this is how we do our question number 2. Now let us go to question number 3, in which a polynomial is given and the value of x is also given. We need to find that if the value of x against them, like this, is the 0 of this polynomial or not. That means, so what we will do here, we will actually find the p of given value, okay? And if the answer is 0, then this value is the 0 of this polynomial. 1 by 3 is the value of this polynomial, okay? And if not, it is not the zeros. Since we can see that the value of this polynomial is not coming to 0, therefore 1 by 3 is not the 0 of this polynomial, okay? So the answer is no, it is not the 0, okay? Understood? So let's try for one more question, that is question number 4, in which p of x is given as x plus 1 and x minus 2, and the value of x is given minus 1 or plus 2. So let's first find the p of minus 1, and we know that it will become 0. So clearly minus 1 is the 0 of the polynomial. We need to check the same for plus 2, and we can say find that 2 minus 2, that is 0. So for 2 also, so p of 2 is 0. Now 2 is also a 0 of this polynomial. See here students, if the polynomial is having degree 2, that means it will have 2 zeros. So the number of zeros depends on the degree. The degree will decide the number of zeros. You have to remember this one, okay? So since this equation is having degree 2, because when you will multiply you will get an x square, right? So the degree of this polynomial is 2, and therefore there are 2 zeros. Let's try one more. The equation we have, we need to put the value of x to be m by l. So simply putting, we get the value of p of m by l to be 2m and not equal to 0. So no. Answer is no. Okay. Similarly, you can solve for all the rest of the part and find if the given numbers are the zeros or not. Okay. Like this. Now let's go to question number 4, in which we need to find the value of 0 of the polynomial. So here students, we need to find the value of x for which the polynomial x plus 5 will become 0. So we will directly put this polynomial in front of 0, because you can see that this value, the value for the whole polynomial will eventually become 0, right? So by transposition method we get that x should be equal to minus 5, and this is the 0 for the polynomial x plus 5, okay? And I think you can do all the rest of the part like this, because transposition method you know very well. So I'm just skipping all the parts and doing one more part for you. That will be in the same manner of transposition. We find the value of x to be minus d by c. So minus d by c is the 0 of the polynomial cx plus d. Okay, understood? So this is it. This is the end of the second exercise. I hope you have understood all the things. If you have any doubt, please comment.